We're going back on air. I don't know why that happened. That
That's good. That was a dull story I told. So no one deserves to hear that.
I don't know what happened. Geez. Okay, we're. It looks like we're back on. One of my macros might have. So I keep testing. The thing with this ATEM is that as you build up on top, and then as you switch around between preview and program, and all these things these video switchers can do, something might break something. And part of it I really appreciate is you just helping me test all of this stuff. It's been super helpful. All right, back to you, Victor.
The one thing I was concerned with was there would be a lag. And I know there is a bit of a lag, but it doesn't sound like it's because we both realize that there is a lag.
Yeah.
We're not trying to like talk over each other. Earlier in the stream here, I was trying to talk over just to kind of hear when you reacted to see how long the lag took.
Okay.
But it doesn't seem to be an issue.
Interesting. Yeah. And then when I put these earbuds in and then turn on the live stream, it's enough delayed. It just makes me giggle and I can't concentrate. But I do know it's working. And then I also can monitor, back here.
Yeah.
That's local.
Okay.
There's a little bit of a hiss in it that I'd love to get rid of. And when I turn down gain, this Mini Pro is ridiculous. Geez, this is
when I saw, Aaron, that you had one cart, like one stand-up desk for all of that stuff. I was just blown away.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's not bad, right?
Look at that. That's great.
Yeah, and then still be even in view back here on this behind the scenes camera. And then what I was thinking about over here is the ATEM here is on the network. This computer is on the network. This computer is on the network. What that means is actually you can now sort of see the ATEM controller here. I'm trying to talk into the microphone. And I was going to also put it on the second screen just to show like why things are a little messed up or exactly what's going on over here. This is one of our wildflower hikes.
Even when you're away from the microphone, I could hear you. I could tell you're away, but I mean, I could hear you clearly.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, yeah, it's right here.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
So the ATEM monitor, how is that different from the Stream Deck?
Okay, this is pretty difficult to describe, but this ATEM software controller has 4 HDMI inputs, and then those different HDMI inputs, like for instance over here in settings, we've got camera 4. All of these different things are like upstream keys. So an upstream key is a layer on top of the video. Then you have the program, which over here right now is camera 4, quote unquote, camera 4 being this laptop, right? So if I go back, now you're seeing camera 3, and that's at the GoPro, right? So this camera 4 then is this laptop. And then next to it, again, is this hardware. So I'm going to hit the hardware now to switch to camera 4. And you might have noticed at the end of it, this little switcher, it's like a software version of the production video switchers is moving. And then I have these macros recorded, and I only have like 50 of them. And
only 50?
Yeah, that's all. And some of them is just to learn like what is push up, how does DVE push up work, right? I have all these different patterns in DVE all these different things that I've been learning about. And then, let's see, if I go into pictures, actually, maybe you're wondering, why is my ATEM controller in pictures? Well, because it has a media pool. And in that media pool, like this Agile guy, all of those different logos that I have going on are in this media pool. And that is, I've been doing too many saves. I got to clean that up. But when I go into this settings XML, there's media pool. Oh, come on. Previous. There. All of the different images are here in the XML file. So when I restore, I can show that in a second, it restores all those images, which is something that they said, oh, it doesn't restore its media pool, which is over here. It has this media pool that in Photoshop has a plugin that allows you to push things directly in. But for instance, I have the Scrum framework that I can publish as an image, I guess, to one of these video streams.
Yeah.
So that looks like,
oh, look at that. That's nice. Yeah.
yeah. And then, oh, my main camera has a display timeout. So now I can actually walk through the Scrum framework, and I'm in this upstream key, I can actually move around the framework. Should be able to, there we go. So when I'm talking about sprint planning, for example, I can go down to that area, you know. I can't talk and do everything. In the microphone. Can't talk and do everything yet quite at the same time. So I've been doing a lot of practicing around on that as well. But yeah, so I need to fix up my macros a little bit. That was a macro that loaded that media into my program, and really the upstream key, go off arrow, I'm going to disappear. Bye. Come back. You know, so that's a layer, right? The upstream key is a layer on top of the program, and downstream key is a layer behind it. So you have to know your layers so you know what's on top of what. So when I go back.
So do you use OBS or an equivalent, or is ATEM an equivalent of OBS?
ATEM is an equivalent. That's what I'm learning. And it actually runs Windows 10, this little piece of hardware back over here. And the live stream actually is running off of that hardware. So it's not running off my laptop. It's encoding to live stream off of that guy. Yeah. And some people, so there's a USB-C that's going into my laptop, and then my laptop just sees all of that ATEM stuff as a webcam. Well, OBS can recognize webcams. It can actually do a whole bunch more sources, to be honest, than the ATEM Mini. Yeah. But now that I've got my laptop all hooked up, like that becomes almost multiple sources. And I was showing like that, the kind of, if I go back, sorry about the broken macros. Just turn this off as we do it. But for instance, the fly to 2.
Look at that. Now you got it recorded.
Well, yeah, and exactly. That's a good point. Thank you, Victor. Yeah, and they say, well, you can't do that with just the ATEM Mini. It doesn't allow for animated changes between cameras. And I think I just showed without OBS. Yeah, without piping that into OBS and putting another animation switching between it. Yeah, exactly. No stinger. Just a fly key. So if I go back over here for a second, in this, where is it? Right, down here, see there's all of this border and fly key stuff, and it'll run to center infinitely and disappear.
Seeing your camera.
Oh, whoops, wrong camera. on, camera. All right, right camera. There is all of this fly key stuff and the upstream key. And you can set whatever position you have that camera at, you can say set the XY coordinate and the size of that picture at A. Then you can run to infinite, like center, go away, run to full, which obviously, or run to A, which will take it back to that size. And you can only see downstream key, you can only mask it, you can only trim it a little bit. But the upstream key, you have all of this power. And that's what's allowing me to do that. Oh, did I lose you? I lost Victor. Oh no! I totally lost
Okay,
it.
now you can hear me, right?
Yes, I get. Yep. Okay. Oh, look at your swimming pool. Why aren't you oh yeah. Macros. Oh, look at that.
Hey.
Yeah. Let's go bigger out of that.
Hey.
Oh, turn that off. There we go.
That's right.
Look at
Southern
that.
California.
Nice.
And,
Yeah.
And can you believe it's like middle of October and I was swimming every day this week? Beautiful.
Yeah, it is. The last time we talked, you were cleaning that puppy out, getting ready for things. Looks like you've been taking advantage of your work.
Yeah, I've even I will not lie. There was at least one class where at lunch break I went out and jumped in the pool.
Excellent. That's excellent. Glad to hear.
Yeah. I'll switch it back. You guys are tired of seeing my pool. I'm sure you need to see my face, right?
There it is. Excellent.
Yeah, I'd be happy to another time potentially kind of walk you through my my setup. I've got one room in the back of the house that was a small bedroom that we weren't using, and when I went in front of the TAC, it was a virtual TAC because of COVID. So they wanted you in a room that was empty, basically, so that they could see that you're not cheating, you're not reading off of anything, there's no distractions and all that. So we cleaned out the room, and then after I passed the TAC, I said, well, heck, this is going to be my new studio. So it's kind of set up for my own eventual streaming, and I've been making videos, but no streaming yet. I haven't led a full class from there, but I've popped into there for like a segment of the class. Like, okay, let's take a break, and then I'll switch my my setup. But mostly I shoot from my primary location, which is in the front of the house. It's got all these great big windows that face me with blinds that I could open and close. And I've got the standing desk and a couple of monitors. But it's basically one main webcam and one dock cam, but no OBS, nothing fancy. It's just me and Zoom and a slide deck.
Yeah, you know how I wound up here is actually getting so click fatigued in the back of my hands because I actually switch between left and right mouse, and I have RSI like mad in my right hand from years of coding. So it has that whole Stream Deck thing has this, and I guess I didn't answer that question, but it has this whole one button push to that ATEM Mini. So through that software layer that I've been showing, there's this app called Companion, which runs on localhost.
And you're Mac, right?
Yeah.
Or are you Windows?
Yeah.
Okay.
And actually, every example you find out there in the world is Windows related, because this is all, a lot of it is innovation from the gamer industry. And that's why Camera One has direct output. That could be a game console. You're playing a game, you need to see that on your monitor real time, yet you can be live streaming all of that stuff. And yeah, so it's just because I'm an old guy and I don't want to click and click and click and scroll. Even on this like software control, it might be 2 or 3, but every time it gets old and tired. So I'm willing to do like 1,000,000 clicks trying to get these macros to work, so that in this, the I don't think I can get it on screen without unplugging it and see. But then, you know, this Stream Deck here has all of those.
It's the size I got, the regular size one.
Oh yeah, yeah. And then with the amount of pages, like you have what, 99 pages. You can have a lot of macros.
Yeah, I'm just like all in the main one.
Yeah.
I'll through pages, but I haven't figured that out.
Oh yeah, I decided to put on page 2 all of the banal commands off the ATEM Mini that are just straight. They're not macros. You can map that. Let me see if I can. Can I pull up Companion? Let me see if I can do that on this.
By the way, I just heard a chime. You may not have heard that.
I did not.
Okay. You can go back and watch the stream at 30 minutes in, 36 minutes in, maybe. I don't know.
Let's see. Let's check the stream. Where are we? I can't even tell. Minus 27 minutes into this one because I had to restart it, if you remember. And then,
yep.
I was going to try to demo Companion here for a second. Let's see if I can make that work on my older machine. Oh, where do we go? So we have to exit.
So this is a fresh stream as of 7 minutes ago, and you're not going to do anything with the opening stream?
I might. I mean, it's sitting there. I might turn it private or delete it, or I'm not quite sure yet. And then, let's see, Companion, come on. I wonder if I run it, I might get into conflict. I might, because everything's on the network. Companion, fire up! There it goes. Launch GUI. Uh-oh, I'm getting the spinning circle of death. Oh, there we go. Okay, and then let's just go auto to camera 4 here. And
you keep talking. I'm gonna get another beverage as we're doing this.
Okay.
In fact, if you're sharing your screen, I might just shut my camera off for a moment.
Oh, all right. Yeah.
Okay.
But I gotta show you this, so I guess we have to.
I'm watching it.
Oh, okay.
I'm just moving. I didn't want to make anyone
I got
really
you.
dizzy if they see the camera whipping around.
I see. Yeah. Take your Dramamine, everybody. No motion sickness here. All right. So, for example,
what's this software called?
Companion.
Companion.
Yeah. Sorry, I just totally thumped on my microphone. This software is what maps that ATEM Mini hardware to the Stream Deck hardware. As an example, Flex is the name of my Sonos. So I added my Sonos system, and if I hit on the Stream Deck the up button, you should see it. So I'm hitting on the hardware now. No, it's not showing, but that's the Stream Deck. Right? And it's not totally dialed into this, but when I have like a purple fly-in back to my main camera, and that's what this does, and I can test actions. Let's see. Again, my macros are a little broken right now, so I need to go over to the ATEM software and turn off the downstream key. No, the upstream key. Here, both of them. So some of my macros are a little broken right now. I'm going back to screen 4. So I need to fix some things that were on there that shouldn't have been, right? You can turn the downstream key on. That's right now just my logo, which isn't so bad, but I could also make downstream key. I could make that camera 4 with a black background, and then that's kind of recursing. I guess I could do also camera 2, which is that main camera downstream. Yeah, it gets all really weird, so I just keep fiddling with this stuff. Then when I get in a weird position, I'll try to get back somewhere. I've also been doing this
That's nice. That's
Yeah.
nice.
So then that second screen, I might have this backwards for the mic, but that second screen now could be a presentation.
Yeah.
Right. So
So I realize that your desk is on wheels, and it may not be possible, but the way you were standing before you had that fly in there, I'm looking at that big black monitor that's on your wall that's shut off. I think it's a monitor. Could be a window. Maybe it's dark outside.
it's a window.
And I was thinking it'd fly in like right over that space. How cool would that be if you could like map that out, have it fly in to fill that?
Yeah. Oh, this. See that
yeah.
that macro's broken. Ah, jeez. I'm trying to control it over on this other side now. Hold on. Oh, what happened? I can't find my cursor anymore. All right, something like that. This is a window. Yeah, and then I've got a little thing of books back here, and my wife traded Pilates lessons for that art.
I like that bicycle. Yeah.
Yeah, it's super cool. I like it. It's the wrong color. I'm already orange enough. I don't need orange behind me.
Yeah.
I'm looking for something a little bit more blue.
Looks a little beige. And orangish. Yeah, orangey, but yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I need to do a little, yeah. I need to do some color correcting as well on, and you can do that on the ATEM Mini.
And just to be clear, you're not sponsored by ATEM Mini or anything like that.
No, I am not, but I'm super happy by.
I don't think it'll be long before, hey, this CSM class is brought to you by ATEM Mini or Zoom. On Zoom.
Yeah, it's not working out the way I want it to right now, so I'll stop with that. But you actually have the ability to color correct on that hardware the video, as well as there's audio. So the gain and all of this Rode microphone here that I have is going into the GoPro camera back there, and that's all fed into that ATEM. And then with the monitor, I've been listening in to see when can I hear me without the fan of the laptop or the click of the mouse or the click of the keyboard and all of that kind of stuff too. Sometimes I see a lot of people actually keep their microphone in scene these days. That's something, but I keep it out of the way.
I got a couple of, I also have Rode mics. I've got a couple of their shotgun mics mounted above, pointing down to me, and then I've got the podcasting mic on a swivel that I'll bring in. And again, this is for my videos only. For my class that I teach, I just have a podcast mic on a gooseneck that I just keep in front of me all the time. Nothing too fancy yet for the class. I mean, it's nice, it does the job, but it's marginally insane in the shot, just a little sliver of it. But for the videos, I try not to have any.
That's nice. Your golden hour shot there. I like that. It's super cool.
Yeah. Here's a quick tour of the garden area out here. Actually, I started with this one here. When we moved into the house, I took the real estate sign, the little white posts here, kind of cut that up for the legs. And then this season, I built 2 more of those guys. And I have 2 beds back here against the wall, a composting, kind of a dry compost area, and then my go-to compost guys. I built this this table from one that I saw at Home Depot. Ignore what you see on top of the table there. So yeah, this is my little garden, and then back there, it's hard to see with the sun, but
oh, it's coming across.
The little woods in the back of the.
Oh yeah.
In the back, including a little shed back there. I'll make a proper tour for it some other day.
Cool. I'll have to give you a tour of this place too at some point. Hey, Victor, thanks for helping me out. I really appreciate it. Super helpful. I think I'm gonna end the stream now, for sure.